request to do an instructional video on the shifter assemblies. So I figured I'd start out and we do the 90 shifter assembly to start. I'm just going to do like a before and after, kind of show the difference in the bushings, and do a teardown and a rebuild on this for a lot of guys who are kind of having some issues or confused. We'll just kind of knock it all out. For starters, you're going to need a 14mm wrench, snap ring pliers, regular pliers, and I'm just going to be using a screwdriver just to kind of point a few things out and use it as a pointer. So we're going to be replacing the OEM bushings in here with DSM 3D Creations 1G DSM 90 kit and a little bit of lube. So let's get into it. So this has been an untouched assembly. Took it right out of my 90. And as you can see, there is a lot of play in the handle. There's some play side to side, up and down. A little play in the arm. Not too bad. So what we're going to do is we'll start by taking the handle off. We'll just crack it loose. That's going to be a nut lock washer. I'm going to set that aside. Go ahead and slide the handle off. Yeah. Okay, this side didn't even have a bushing in it. Looks like the previous owner used some cardboard. Awesome. And then yes, so the original 90 bushings. They're old, deteriorated, broken, crumbling apart. That's got to go. You can take your handle, set your handle aside. You're going to take this center section apart now. Go ahead and crack this nut loose. You have to grab your pliers. Hold the bolt on the other side. And you're going to have a nut, lock washer, washer. And you're going to have a clear bushing, a center metal piece. You can go ahead and pull the spring off. And that's just going to be straight back. Your second clear bushing. You can go ahead and pull the bolt out. And then pull straight up. Again, cardboard and a bushing. That's the thing with these 90 shifting assemblies. The bushings are crazy expensive. People don't want to get them. They're using their own methods to essentially fill a gap, and I hope to bring a change to the community with this. So we'll go ahead and we can set this aside. We're going to take the arm off. Now you want to do the arm first before you reassemble everything. Otherwise you're going to take everything all back apart to do the arm. So you want to start with the arm. So go ahead and pull this snap ring off. And then you have a washer. Pull straight up. And look at that. Half the bushing already fell off. And deteriorated. Discard said bushing. And pull the remaining part of the bushing out. Alright. Now we're going to crack open the 90 kit from DSM 3D Creations. This kit includes 6 bushings and a stopper. And I forgot to point that out in the beginning. My shifter assembly never even came with a stopper. It's just a rubber stopper, little cap that goes over it. But usually over the years, they deteriorate, they fall apart, they crumble, they're missing. I've had 2 of these 90 shifter assemblies and neither one had a rubber bushing on it. I did find remains of said stopper, but never a full thing. But we'll get to that later. Alright, the kit will come with a little packet of lube. It's just Moly lube. For the ease of the video though, I have some Moly lube packed in a syringe here, and I'm just going to apply them to the bushings. So what you want to do is you just want to put just a thin layer of film around the inside and outside of the bushing. This just gives a little bit of protectant between the wear of the metal on plastic, also making the whole mechanism and assembly move as one. So just put a little bead of grease on here, wipe it around with your finger, coat the inside, and go ahead and slide her in the arm. And we'll do the same thing to the second one. Just a little bead, maybe a little bit bigger than a grain of rice. Go ahead and spin that all the way around. A little bit on the inside. And plop her in. We'll go ahead and insert her back in. Nice and solid. And we'll go ahead and throw the washer back on. Go ahead and grab that ring clamp. Snap ring, I'm sorry. Alright. Still have perfect movement side to side. No up and down play whatsoever. I like it. And then rinse and repeat. You're going to do that with the next 4 bushings. So grab your center section, your bushing. Go ahead and apply that grain of rice bead on here. Okay. Run that all the way around. And go ahead and stick that in. Same thing in your other bushing. Just going to put a little bead. And like I said, doesn't need much lube. I give you more lube than you're going to need. But just enough to create a film between the 2 surfaces. Eliminates the wear and tear on the bushings. And a little lube on the inside of each bushing for when you slide the bolt back through. So go ahead and make sure this little centerpiece is centered. Drop her straight down in the hole. There we go. Helps if I can see it. Alright. Go ahead and grab your clear bushing, and please don't be mistaken that the bushings I send are this clear bushing that holds the spring on. It is not. I have not made any for this. I didn't feel the need to, I guess, unless you guys are missing them. If you find that these need to be replaced, let me know. I'll draw something up and get them printed out. But as of right now, I do not have replacements for these, so you must reuse your clear bushings. So grab your center piece, slide it on the bushing, slide it on your bolt, grab your spring. Now you want this tail to be on this side of your assembly. And you're going to put these two through the center of the spring. So you're going to come on through here, pull your spring over, push it on straight like that, like so. You're going to come back through with your second clear bushing. And what I like to do is I'll just push the spring to the right as I'm putting this on. And it'll slide right in there. Then you take your washer, lock washer, nut. Go ahead and tighten that down. Doesn't have to be crazy tight, just snug. Remember, pliers on the back end of that bolt. Alright, snug. Now we'll grab the handle. Go ahead and apply the stopper to the handle. You do not need any lubricant for this. It's a pressed fit. And it's going to go right on here. Oh, I must mention it is tapered also. This is going to help slide it on there, but it is going to be a pressed fit. You can get it on almost to the end there. You're just going to go ahead and push it. And it should be flush across there. Alright, you're going to go ahead and grab your other bushings. Again, apply a little bit of lube. I'll just put a dot of lube on the shaft here. Doesn't take a lot, just enough to be on the surface. Alright, go ahead and slide it on. So my bushings are a tighter tolerance than OEM, so it is going to be a snug fit when you're getting on there for the first time. So a little bit of lubricant is going to help. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to use a little bit of a force to press it on there, but it takes out almost all the play in the shifting assembly. I love it. I find that I'm not sitting there missing third gear every time because I'm hitting it halfway in the H pattern. Go ahead and apply your washer, lock washer nut. Go ahead and tighten it down. Snug. Now let's see that side to side play now. The only side-to-side play that it has now is this little rod between the spring. The bottom portion of that is a little wider than the top, so there's no tension on the top piece, all the tension on the bottom piece, so you have a little bit of side to side. But once you get past that, every little bit of motion and movement transfers right to the arm. No side to side play in the handle. As you can see, it's moving the base. That solid stopper. You can bang gears, not worry about overextending your cables at all. You have that nice solid sound and the stop response. Nice, tight assembly for a fraction of what the cost is to rebuild a 90. I know that you guys are going to love it. I love it. I have a 90 and a 91. So this was a huge, huge step for me in the 90. I've also done the 91 and 94 bushing kits and stoppers. Did a lot of R&D with Mackenzie Lang. He wanted something different. He wanted, a nice solid stop when he was shifting, and he wanted to be able to feel that in the shifter and be able to hear that when he's banging gears. So we came up with a solid stopper, and I 3D printed it, and we ran it for over a year, and he loved it. He recently went to Texas 2K, and we were down there. He was out bahaing around and banging gears left and right. Really put some abuse on the bushings and the stopper, and we checked it after we got back from Texas, and no issues whatsoever. They held up flawlessly, and so that's why I started this. It was a game changer for us, and I hope it's a game changer for everybody else. And I hope to be able to bring some more things to the community. So if you guys got something you want, toss it my way, and I'll see if I can make it. Until next time, I'll be coming out with the 91-94 shifter assembly video here soon. Thank you. Bye. And I'd just like to give a big shout out to Mackenzie Lang. Without his support and his R&D and pushing me to do this, I probably wouldn't have brought this to the community. I was nervous to see what your reaction to it is, and so far you guys are loving it. I've had nothing but good reviews on the bushings, and I've had no negativity, and I really appreciate that, guys. So until next time, take it easy.